say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Boilermakers will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Cornhuskers offense will go to work first. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing you love about this guy, too, is he's such a good distributor and facilitator with the football. He knows this offense like the back of his hand, and he's able to take advantage of all the different weapons they have surrounding him.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Keller. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Cornhuskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the option. Quick toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I.M. Hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
The Huskers with the 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Cortez.
Now, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Huskers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll go to the ground. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Cornhuskers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The give. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. wide receiver going in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Breaks it. Headed to the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Husker.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Purdue's offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He'll pull it on the read. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Hauls it in. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking for room. It's Wade. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Working the middle. It's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Unleashes one. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up the big return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back on.
Hey Ben, how you doing? How's your dynasty going?
Assault last time that took him right to the end zone, David.
So Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. The throw. Zips it out to his man. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Now, on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone.
Oh, I'm doing good. Just been working on these dynasties, you know what I mean?
They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Huskers are threatening.
How'd your run go with Vanderbilt?
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember you telling me about that.
The energy, the crowd, everybody's in.
How's this year going? You said you had a pretty young team.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Timeout call here.
That's pretty awesome. Is your young guys playing pretty good for you?
And the Boilermakers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. The offense changing the play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going to take off. Runs through a tackle. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. To the air on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Cruz. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Works the middle. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He splits the upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll be a touchback.
They're not doing bad, right on.
25-yard line.
Freshman running back. That's cool, man. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Recruit. How many hours do you put into recruits? It depends. Like I said, the 3 star guys I put in a lot less, and then the 4 and 5 star guys. If I want a 4 and 5 star guy like majorly, and I have a good pipeline, and he's interested, I always go 50 on him. I go 50 immediately, and then maybe some that like 4 star dudes that are already interested, and I've gained a lot on them. I'll knock it down to 25, and just kind of work it throughout the season. Once you gain a lot of headway, once the bar goes way up against other teams, and you have some headway, that means you can start moving points around to other players.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Huskers will kick it off to start the second half.
I'm only like 5 games into this season, so if you stick around until after this game, I could show you what I'm doing as far as in-season stuff.
Heads back out to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going.
Turning it on. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to sling it on second down. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Leaves it with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Got out of trouble and throws. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. The Boilermakers are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wade. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. Line getting set on second down.
You need to check to make sure they have that you have a good pipeline. If you have a good pipeline for them, like purple or blue, then you shouldn't be losing recruits unless you're taking off too many points.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first
Doing visits as well, like bringing them in for visits or not.
Great job. You show patience, right? Like if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep journeying.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Pulls and fires complete. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down.
The pipeline that I start my coach out with is Texas. I think it's South Texas is what I do. I can show you here in a minute. Texas and Florida is a good pipeline. And when you pick your offensive and defensive coordinators, make sure you pick a different pipeline. So, like, if you have Texas already, you don't want to pick a coordinator that has Texas pipeline. You know what I'm saying? You want to spread them out. So get like a coordinator that has Florida if you already have Texas. The best places to recruit on the game is California, Texas, and Florida. Those are the best pipelines. Those really have always been the best pipeline.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with him. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Using the quick game. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's close.
Yeah, there's a key to using those, to picking your offense and defensive coordinators. You want to make sure you get things that complement your coach, but not things that are the same. So let's say you have a recruiter for your coach. You want to make sure you get like a motivator for your offense or defensive guy, and then you want to get a tactician for your offense or your defensive guy. So have a recruiter for a head coach, have a motivator for one of the two coordinators, or tactician for one of the two coordinators. That way they complement each other when it comes to all the gameplay.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cruz. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Now on first down from the 40. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him. Make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Keller. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out quickly. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And you want to talk about
This game's almost over. I'll show you what I'm talking about here after the game's over with.
number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To the air on first down. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Gets the return down to the 25-yard line, and a big turnover caused by this defense. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Completes it in the middle. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Working the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry up.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
The Boilermakers in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to throw again. Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down and run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Oh, he's got a chance. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Boilermakers are flying down the field.
Yeah, they decide to go for it on fourth down, and they get rewarded. He makes a quick decision. Gets
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Snags it over the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Working that left side now. He's knocked down at the 33, and that's short of the line to gain. And let's see what they do on fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, going to the air. He'll throw it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The give to the tailback. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Takes the handoff. It's Cortez. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Under fire. Got a man in the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking downfield on first down. Gets away from one. Trying to make magic with his feet. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Wade. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Boilermakers headed quickly to the line. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. On fourth down, looking to pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's That's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They get the win. They are now bold.
All right, let me give you some visuals here on what I'm talking about. So you got the coach abilities. So I started with recruiter, and then when I picked my offensive coordinators, I made sure they had either tactician or motivator. So one of these two. And then, as you can see, they have that now. These guys have both, which is good. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a good thing to have. So if you can find somebody that has both tactician and both motivator and also recruiter, that's great. So that's a rare combination. Sometimes you might find one, sometimes you might find another later on, but that's a rare combination to have all of them like that. This is what you see a lot. Like, they may have like one thing unlocked on recruiter, and that's about it, and then they'll be heavy on something else. So he's light on tactician, he's heavy on motivator, and this guy is pretty heavy on tactician as well. And then he's got also motivator. So this dude right here is a very well-rounded offensive coordinator. That's what you want to look for. That's like a gem offensive coordinator right there. If you can get recruiter, motivator, and tactician all in one, get those guys. I'm not sure. I can't remember what their pipelines are, but I think one of them's Florida, and then I think one of them's California. I'm not sure on that, but I know my pipeline, does it show it? No, it won't show my pipeline on there, but I'll show you what my pipelines are on my recruiting. So if you go over here to prospect list and you just sort by pipeline, so you can see I've got purple Florida, which is excellent to have. I've got purple, looks like New England as well. And I've got Georgia as well. Trying to think if, let me see where my Texas is at. Take a look at it over here. So Texas is silver for me on this dynasty. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think my offensive coordinator is the one that's Florida. I'm pretty sure that's who I picked. Pretty sure I picked Texas. I might have picked Florida on this specific dynasty. That may be why my pipeline is purple here. It's a possibility I picked Florida for this guy. Let me go look and see. I know I've got Texas on one of my other ones. Let me see it real quick. So I know for a fact I have Texas for this one. And let's take a look at their recruits real quick. Yeah. So Texas on this one is going to be my blue. And that's the best I've been able to get with my Navy team is blue. I don't know why, but it's stayed blue for some reason. So you can tell Texas has a lot of recruits. So you can see going down the list, this is all Texas players. That's why you want to go with Texas. Go with Texas and also go with Florida. And then California. Because as far as like the full map of recruits, the best ones, California, Texas, and Florida. That's where the majority of recruits come from. So you want to pick one of those three as your pipeline. Like I said, I think on this other dynasty, I think I picked Florida to see what the difference was. But for some reason, I haven't been able to get purple yet for the Navy. It may be because I haven't moved around enough. Maybe it's because I've stayed at Navy the whole time. On this dynasty, I've moved a bunch. I've moved from a lot of different places and won national championships everywhere I've been. So that's the whole point of this dynasty, is I just go around and win national championships, and once I win a national championship, I go on to a different school and build that school up, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, here's my strategy as far as like the 5 stars. Obviously, I've got 50 points there, 50 points there, 50 points here. So this guy right here, you see how I had a whole bunch of points up on him, but Michigan's probably going to get him, and because he has a blue pipeline tier. So you see that where it says P tier next to visit, it says week 8 visit, and then it's got the blue P tier. So the blue's really good. The blue and purple are going to surpass everything every time. So if you don't have a pipeline there and you're losing recruits to teams that do have a pipeline, that's the reason why. You know what I'm saying? I've pretty much done everything I can here. I'll try to send the house over here and see if that makes a difference. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you can sneak out and get one if you've been up on them the whole time. Like I've been up on that dude the whole time, so we'll see if we can sneak in there and get that. I'm going to try to do that. Oops, not that. Do that. I'm switching that, putting it on 10. And then this guy right here, see, I'm way up. I have a good pipelines here, so I don't need to dedicate all those points. So I can remove that, and I'll keep 25 on him. He's another guy that I want really bad, so I'm in a recruiting battle with him. They have a blue, I have a silver. It's possible that I can get this player, but it's going to be difficult. So I'm going to have to send the house, and I'm going to have to send and spend more points to try to get him. This guy right here, that's a lock. Like, that's what a lock looks like. He's a done deal. I'm going to get him. I'm going to go ahead and remove some points off of him, send the friends and family. Actually, what I'll do here instead, I'll just do a soft sell. Go down here, I'll do that. So that way I can gain some points on some other players. So I want to try to get a visit here for this guy, and then I take a look down there at his deal breaker. His deal breaker is a championship contender. So when you can and you schedule your visits, try to set that on your deal breaker. If the deal breaker is not good, like let's say it's a C, like if it was proximity to home, and then he also liked championship contender, and you're way up there on championship contender, just pick championship contender instead of the deal breaker. Like this guy, I'm going to get him. So we're going to remove some points, and we're going to bring him in on a visit. He likes the coach prestige, but you can see it's a B+. So I'm going to go championship contender. I'll get him as well. He wants championship contender. And you can see on the 3-star guys, I really don't commit a whole bunch of points to them. I just send the house every once in a while so I can find their soft sell. And then go soft sell on them. Set the house. Found out what he wanted. Soft sell. Continue to do that. Take a look here. There it is. Money. It's 150. Go here. Soft sell. We got Spears, so we're kind of in a battle for him right now, and they have a purple tier and a visit scheduled, so it's going to be difficult. I'm going to have to schedule a visit. And he wants conference prestige, which my conference prestige is an A-, which is good, but I like championship contender better. Go with that. It looks like we're in kind of a battle right there as well. We got 50 on him. I can take that away and do 20 on him as well. So we'll go right there. I'm gonna send the house on him because I have so much extra points right now. So I'll take that off and I'll take that off. And we'll send the house. And that's hopefully so I can unlock and see what else they want so I can do a pitch for them. And we'll go over here and we'll take a look, and then I'll sort 4-star players. And then I'll look and see who has an offer. So we got players over here that have no offer. That means that there's no scholarship offered. No scholarship offered. See what I'm getting with this? These 4-star guys that don't have a scholarship offer, I'm going to start offering scholarships to. But I'm going to make sure that these guys fit my system as well. So we're going to go back up here. And I'm going to see what's available and see if they fit my system. Like a 5'8" route artist doesn't fit my system, so I'm not going to bother recruiting him. A center that's raw strength does fit my system. That's what I want. A pure blocker, he won't ever play. Pure blocker tight ends can go pro and get really high overalls, but I don't use them, so it's not something I'm going to go for. I'll take a look at him and see if he meets the speed that I need. I'll take a look at him as well because he's 6 foot tall. So I don't really like a route artist, but we'll take a look and see. Gadgets, they fit my system, so I'll put him on there. Physical route runner, I like physical route runners, but he's only 6'1", so he doesn't fit my system. If he's a physical route runner, I need him to be 6'5" or 6'4" or 6'6". So there's a lurker, but he's 5'11", so it doesn't fit my system. It's another route artist. We'll take a look at him. And I don't get any players that are gritty possession at all. I really don't like a box specialist because they're pretty slow as far as the free safeties, but we'll take a look. Sometimes you can get one that's good. Physical route runner, 6'5", and he doesn't have an offer. I'm going to offer him. So these 6'5", 4-star receivers that are physical route runners, just offer them a scholarship because their speed comes in right around high 80s to low 90s every time. So there's no point. I don't even need to look at him to offer him a scholarship. I'm going to offer him anyway. I'm going to take a look at this guy. And all I need to see his speed's an 83 and his acceleration's an 89. That's pretty good for a box specialist because they're usually a lot lower. But I don't need him right now, so I'm not going to go for that. I'm going to go over here to my center, and all I'm going to look for right here is his strength. And that's all I care about. What is his strength? His strength is a 92. That fits my system. So I'm going to offer. I'm going to look at the route artist guys, and all I want to see is what's their speed and what's their acceleration. He's okay. He's not bad. But he also has the mental ability roller coaster. He can be really good when he's hot, and he can also be really bad. So we'll take a look here. He's got a fan favorite. So out of these two dudes, obviously, you know, I told you about the gadget. The 4-star gadgets are going to come in mid to low 90s on their speed every time. So we'll take a look at this dude right here. He's got an 87. He doesn't fit my system. He's out of here. He's just not fast enough to start with. It takes too much to upgrade him. So this guy right here, he looks okay, but his speed is too low. I don't need him. We're going to take a look at my needs. So I've got some centers here, but I could also use a guard. So since I could also use a couple guards, I'm going to go after both of these centers just in case. If their strength is good. His strength is good. It's a 92. So we're going for him. We're going to take a look here. We'll go for our gadget. And then I've decided, since he has that roller coaster, I don't want him. So I need to offer a scholarship here. And then we'll go over here and do 5 there. And then we'll do 5 on him as well. And then I move these guys up here to the 4-star stuff. These guys are my 4 stars. You'll notice I go 5 stars, 4 stars. And then I leave the first spot open for the most important player that I'm trying to recruit. So if I really want, like, he's good. Like, I've got him. I'm going to move him up to the number 1 spot. I've got him as well. I'm going to move Gammon up to the 2 spot. I've got him. I'm going to move him up to the 3 spot. Got him. Got him. Not sure about him because I just put him on there. I just put him on there as well. So we're not sure about those guys. I'm going to put them at the bottom of the 4-star. And then I try to keep my 3 stars below, at the bottom of the list, below 5 and 4. And spend the least amount of points on those guys. So like I've got 10 on him. Gonna remove that. If I have any extra points, these are 4 stars, they need to move up. So I'm putting them up here with these guys. We'll take a look and see here. I need to move him up the list. The guys that I've already got, you can see what the pattern is here. So we're moving them up. I'm moving him up the list. I've got him. So Hoke is my control. And when I say control, that means he's the guy that I'm going to put everybody above on, that I'm lower on. So that's what I do on my recruiting. I got 10 points left over. So we're going to take a look and go, I'll go 5 here, and then 5 here. So now on these 4-star guys, I know I'm going to have to focus on these guys for the next week on the recruiting. Hey, what's going on, guy? I've actually got like 4 or 5 dynasties I'm already working on right now, so I appreciate the offer. I just don't have enough time to add in, you know what I mean? So I don't have enough time to play them. Otherwise, I would, but I appreciate the offer. Thanks for stopping in and checking it out. So I go through here and do my manual progression usually. I just check it. Kind of take a look. If I've got 5 points or more, then I'll take a look and see if I can improve something. Go for the abilities. We'll just kind of go through here real quick. So he's got 6 points. I don't think I can do much with him, but we'll see. Yeah. Route running. I'll look at his abilities. See if we can boost that. He's a senior, so I'm going to try to make him go pro. So I want his overall pretty high. Other dudes, we don't have very much points to skip over these dudes. Got 4, 3, 4. Not much we can really do as far as overall. We'll check him. He's got 5. So I wanted to get house call on him. So now we have house call on my strong safety. That's really good. So yeah, that's kind of like the rundown for the as far as the recruiting goes. Like I said, you can see that I'm going for mainly 4 and 5 star dudes at this point because they're interested. 3-star guys are just there for filler spots, and also players that I know are like OP players. Like, he's an athlete linebacker. You see his speed comes in good. 87, 88's good. 87, 88, 88, 89. So that's where I get most of my linebackers from. You can find really good athlete dual threat quarterbacks in the 3-star ability, or the 3-star range. So you take a look at him. He's really good. His speed, he could use a little bit more speed, but his throwing power is great. His accuracy starts out great. So he has a really high floor. So he comes in really good, but he may not be that great. He may not have a high ceiling. We'll have to see what caps he has, skill caps he has when he gets in there. But he'll come in at like a 79 overall, most likely. 79, 80, right around there. Just as good as a 5-star would, you know what I mean? So, we'll take a look here. I didn't even look at these guys as far as their scouting, because the kickers, the 3-star kickers, are the highest star you can get. So those dudes are always going to come in around the same thing, you know, as far as their kicking power and kicking accuracy. But, yep, that's pretty much the rundown there. There's another gadget receiver, 90 speed. That's a really good coverage specialist. He's really fast. 95, 92. When I go for my D tackles, I look at strength. That's all I'm looking for. I want the strongest D tackles I can get. Contested specialists, they've been coming in pretty quick here for me recently, so I've been going after those dudes. Yep, you see another one. You know, they've been coming in with a lot of speed. They have a lot of height, and they have 50-50, and they can get press pro and sure hands. So all of those are good. You know, contested specialists and physical wide receivers are pretty much interchangeable. I mean, there's a few differences, like their abilities, I think. Let me take a look. And let's see what I've got here. Let me see if I have it. I think I've got a contested specialist. Yep. So he's got 50-50 balanced and downhill. Let me see what else he has on his. So they get 50-50, which is a really good one, but they don't get sure hands. That's the thing. Let me see if I have a physical contested. Let me just check and make sure I'm right about that. Yeah. Yeah, so they get 50-50, which is good, but the physical wide receiver, that's what makes the physical wide receiver so much better, is the abilities. They can get sure hands, they get 50-50, and they can get press pro. So all of those are really good. Deep ball, just one-on-one, throw the ball up in the air and let your guy go get the ball. You know what I mean? So some of these guys were already here when I took over. Like, I think he was already there. You just got to take a look at the height for these guys. Like, he was already here. Yeah, so I don't recruit 6'2" contested. So he was here. I recruited him, and then I recruited him as well. So you see the 6'4" and fast dudes, and then the rest. I got a route artist that comes in with real nice speed, so I picked him up. If you get route artists and elusive route runners out of the transfer portal, they can come in with really good speed. You know what I mean? So those are when I recommend to get those two type of archetypes would be in the transfer portal when they're like juniors. But the route artists and elusive route runner, they're usually slow receivers. Unless you get them out of the transfer portal. That can be some really fast ones. Gadget receivers, obviously, are going to be fast. Speedsters are fast. But you don't want a team full of just like 6 foot speedsters. You know what I mean? All over your plate, all over your team. You want to be able to mix it up. You want to have some route runners, have some physical dudes. If you want to consistently win national championships, you need a diverse receiver core, you know what I mean, that can do different things, get open different ways, and all that good stuff. So I think that's going to be it for me right now. I've been streaming for a couple hours on and off today, and we might do a little bit more later on, but for right now we're going to get off stream. I appreciate you, Ben. Thanks for stopping in and checking it out. I hope this recruiting stuff has been helping you out. I hope I'm not, I hope I'm answering all your questions and everything. So, anyway, I appreciate everybody stopping in, and we will see you. I might be back on later on this evening. We'll see what happens. Just depends on if I feel like getting back on. But anyway, I appreciate y'all stopping in and checking out the stream, and I do appreciate the likes and everything, and also I appreciate the invite for the Dynasty over there. But like I said, I've already got 4 or 5 that I'm running right now that keeps me busy. So anyway, I appreciate you, and we'll see you next time, man. Peace.